Hey YouTubers, I'm here to sort of provide a little bit of information to people who are right now in the process of starting up their getting their lawnmowers out of hibernation, getting them started up and getting them ready and going. Now, for the past few weeks, I've picked up a part-time job at Gruber Brothers, which is a sales and service of outdoor power equipment, lawn mowers. They particularly sell Simplicity, Toro, Lawn Boy, Alice Chalmers, Steel, Echo, etc., etc. Plus, also they do sales and they do service on the equipment, and also Tecumseh, Honda, Kohler. So one thing I've noticed a lot when customers drop off lawn mowers and other equipment, and they say it doesn't start. Well, one thing, one problem could be is bad gas in the system. As we know with gas nowadays, with the ethanol in it and stuff, with ethanol in the gas, plus also in time, the gas can develop water, which then causes engines not to start. A good rule of thumb in this particular case is either you run your equipment until it's completely out of gas, or you use fuel stabilizer. Fuel stabilizer is a really good thing. One particular brand of fuel stabilizer I recommend is Seafoam. It works for gas and also diesel equipment. With Seafoam, it comes in a 16-ounce canister. You add 1 ounce for every gallon of gas you use. For me, I have 5-gallon tanks I use for my mix and also straight gas for my mower, since my mower's got a big tank. So I put about 5 ounces in every tank. Now with Seafoam, it helps remove water out of fuel and also the fuel lines. It also helps with fight against ethanol, which ethanol damages fuel lines, carburetors, which makes things difficult to run. It lubricates the cylinders, and it just does a whole bunch of stuff. I mean, it runs about $10 for a can. Believe me, it's definitely worth your investment. And that's really a big key point that people do, is they just leave their old gas in the mowers, and then next season they try starting it and it doesn't work. Good tips you should do is, like I say, drain the gas, or make sure the gas has fuel stabilizer in it. That's also a good thing. Always make sure that your mower has plenty of oil in the engine itself. I see a lot of times people dropping off lawnmowers. They need to get fixed. First thing we do when we get a lawnmower on the racks, check the dipstick. There's little to no oil in the engine. Well, if you try starting it and try running the lawnmower with little to no oil in it, you're going to seize the engine up and your engine's going to be gone. And it's better to just buy a brand new lawnmower. Another thing is spark plugs. Spark plugs either get gummed up or they're too corroded. That's always another thing to check for. And also air filters. Air filters will get jammed up, full of grass and debris, which makes the mower hard starting or doesn't start at all. Plus, if you don't have an air filter in your lawnmower, you can cause some serious problems, which could lead to your engine being completely kaput. We had a customer come in with 2 John Deere tractors, and they wanted to know what the problem was. We found out that they were running it with no air filter, and they were using the mowers to level out sand on baseball diamonds, which the sand and stuff got clogged into the air filter housing, which then went into the engine, which caused scoring in the piston and cylinder walls, which made the engines completely useless. So, big tips for before you actually start using your mower for the cutting season, make sure the gas is in your engine is good. If not, dump every contents if you can out of the carburetor, out of the tank. Put fresh gas in it with a fuel stabilizer in it. Check your spark plug. Make sure your spark plug has spark and also has the proper gap and it doesn't look all corroded. Usually I would just recommend replacing your spark plug every year. Check your air filter. If your air filter is a little dirty, you can just take an air compressor, blow it off, and it'll be good to go. If not, replace the air filter. And also drain your oil and put fresh oil in your lawnmower, because also in the winter months condensation can build up into the engine, which also will create water in the oil. And you can easily tell this by when you pull a dipstick out and you put it on a piece of paper towel, and if the oil turns gray, then there's water in the oil, and that is something that you definitely want to drain out, fill it up, drain out, fill it up, drain out, till when you check the dipstick, the oil comes out nice and clean. So those are just a few tips right there that you can do to your lawnmowers to ensure that every year you start them up and start cutting grass, they run fine, and you don't have to waste your time and money spending $60 to $80 an hour for some repair technician to do it and then be out of a lawnmower for probably 3 weeks or better. Just a little word to the wise. Y'all have a good one, YouTubers.